One of the things that always fascinated me is how people made these amazing looking marble cakes. And I remember back in the days when I baked this for the first time, I remember the recipe was so tedious. And with time, I kind of, modified it. And I thought, maybe I should share, this recipe with my viewers. Probably you'll want to bake it for your family and you're just wondering like, how do I do this? So in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can make this beautiful marble cake without an oven, without an electric mixer, and the only gadget you're going to need is a blender and a gas stove. So first things first, you're going to preheat our oven, which is this sufuria. So into this sufuria, you're going to add sand. If you can't get sand, you can use salt or gravel. So I'm just going to spread the sand around the sufuria. And we are going to place a metal ring. And you normally get these ones when you're buying those gas top cooking tops, you always get them there. So you can just take it and place it in, cover your sufuria, preheat it for 10 minutes. Now we are going to grease our baking tin, and if you don't have a baking tin, you can use a sufuria too. It works perfectly well. So just spread your butter or your Blue Band. You can even use cooking oil. Just spread it around the pan, and to this we're just going to sprinkle a little bit of flour just to make sure our cake doesn't stick. And it's also much easier when you want to release the cake from the tin. So tap it on the table just to get rid of the excess flour. Yeah, and just set it aside. So into our blender, we're going to add 3 eggs, half a cup of cooking oil or melted butter, half a cup of sugar, 60 ml of milk or yogurt, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and we're going to cover this up and we're going to blend it for at least 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes, as you can see, those bubbles, so you're good to go. So just set that aside and take another bowl, and into this bowl we're going to mix our flour, salt, and baking powder. So I used 1 cup of all-purpose flour. If you have cake flour, you can also use that. Then I just added 1 teaspoon of baking powder and half a teaspoon of salt. So we're going to sieve the 3 ingredients together. So using a whisk, I'm just going to mix the flour just once more, just to make sure that all the ingredients are well incorporated. So into another bowl, we're going to add our blended mixture. Just make sure you remove everything from the blender. And we're going to add our flour. So just mix them all together until you have a nice smooth butter. And then once you're done, just divide your butter into 2 equal portions. So once you're done, what we're going to do, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, and we're just going to mix that together until it's well combined. So once you're done, set that aside. So into our baking tin, I'm going to add our butter. And now using your spatula, just spread the butter around the baking tin. And now into this tin, I'm going to add our butter that contains cocoa powder. So you can spread it out in whichever way you like, just depending on the type of pattern you want. With this recipe, you can make the zebra cake or even the hurricane cake. It just depends on the type of pattern you really want. So once we're done, using my wooden spoon, I'm going to swindle it around until I get the pattern of my choice. So once I'm done, I'm just going to give it a tap on the table just to get rid of the air bubbles, and we're going to bake this for 20 minutes. If you have an oven, just place your butter into your oven, bake it for 20 minutes or until your skewer comes out clean. So as you can see here, my cake is ready, but just to be sure, I'm going to do the skewer test. Yeah, so our cake is good to go. So we're going to set it aside, let it cool down for at least 30 minutes. I really enjoy my cakes warm, so I'm just going to decorate it with icing sugar and serve. If you don't feel like serving it right away, you can always keep it in the fridge, and you can even decorate it with frosting. Just make sure your cake is completely cooled down before you can add any frosting on your cake. So as you can see here, I just sliced a piece, and you can literally see how the layers are well aligned, and this is exactly what I was hoping for. If you really enjoyed this video, please share this video with your friends and family, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you definitely get notified. So until next time, please cook, eat, and enjoy.